Bunny, Bunny, why are you using the match one?
Because I'm still
Oh,
downloading.
okay.
I'm actually searching for the file.
Okay, okay.
Because just now I didn't expect that it will show my background behind, so I
I
quickly changed.
Yeah, you were talking about that just now. Dia nampak dia punya belakang.
Okay, I think it's 3 o'clock. Can we start, Dr. Low? Okay, right. So I will just go for the introduction first.
I'm going to start for for 30 minutes after your introduction.
Okay, sure. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bawani Ramasamy, the Program Officer from Training Program Division, Senior Rexel. I welcome all of you to the webinar series on Introduction to the Basic Computational Thinking Skills for Primary Science Teachers. This webinar is a series, so will be conducted today, 23rd of September and 1st October. Okay, for your information, the webinar will be facilitated by Dr. Wan Nur Azmin and Dr. Lo Su Ling, Mr. Sharfuddin, as well as Dr. Warapon Prichapon. They are all from Training Program Division. Okay, so I would like to say thank you very much to all of you who registered, and please follow our sessions effectively. We hope we can make some changes into your teaching and learning, and we also would like to hear from you at the end of the session. Okay, before I introduce about our facilitators, our speakers, I would like to inform you that the evaluation link will be given to you after the second session over, which is on 1st of October. So today there won't be any evaluation for you to key in. We will require you to attend both the sessions on today as well as 1st October. So those who successfully completed both sessions, we will give you the evaluation link and then you will be given the e-certificate. So we require your attendance for both, and we will cross-check your attendance after the webinar is over on the 1st of October. So with that, I would like to give a brief introduction of our Wan Nur Azmin. Okay, she is the Deputy Director of Training Program Division from Senior Rexel, as well as the Acting Deputy Director from Research and Development Division, Senior Rexel. Okay, I would like to welcome her now to give a welcoming remark first before I hand over to the facilitators later. So please, Dr. Wan, for the welcoming remark.
Okay, thank you, Miss Bhavani. Miss Bhavani is our program officer in the training division. Okay, thank you everybody. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today in our today's webinar on Introduction to the Basic Computational Thinking Skills for Primary Science Teachers. Okay, we have done this with our maths teachers on the 21st, no, on the 9th and the 21st September recently. Okay, Bhavani, we are going to show the Wrexham for just ahead. Okay. So before I proceed, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Wrexham to all of you, because I think some of you have not been Wrexham. So this is your opportunity to know more about Wrexham. Uh, okay, let's watch a short video on Wrexham for just ahead. Okay, thank you
Thank
for
you,
watching.
ICT.
I just want to promote something.
Sure, Dr.
Okay,
Min.
we have a few. We have YouTube channels such as the Funnest Day YouTube channel. We also have an upcoming event in November, our COSMET 2021, which will be held from 8 to 11 November 2021. And for this one, we encourage all teachers, no matter where you are, to attend the pre-conference workshop on the 8th of November 2021 for only 60 ringgit for a one-day workshop. Okay. And next year also we will be having the SSYS 2022 Simeo Search for Young Scientists. This is a competition for our secondary school students, which will be held on the 7th until 10th of March 2022. So please visit our website for further information. Okay, thank you. So back to you, Bhavani.
Thank you, Dr. Wan Nur Asmin. So thank you to the ICT team. So ladies and gentlemen, that is about Simulexum. Please do like us on Facebook and stay tuned with all our upcoming programs. Okay, before I hand over to the speakers today we have two speakers. One is Dr. Nur Asmin and the other one is Dr. Lo Su Ling. Let me just say a few words about them. As I've already mentioned earlier, Dr. Wan Nur Asmin is currently the Deputy Director of Training Program Division. Okay, also acting Deputy Director in Research and Development Division. She holds a doctorate degree in Instructional Leadership from University of Malaya. Okay, she has 29 years of teaching experience in the teaching profession as a mathematics educator. Okay, her expertise includes mathematics education, multi-grade classroom teaching and learning, mathematical reasoning, and instructional leadership and qualitative research. So, for Dr. Lo Su Ling, she is also attached to training program division as a specialist. She holds Doctor of Philosophy in Science Education from University Malaysia Sabah. Okay, and she has 24 years of experience as a secondary school teacher and have been teaching science and mathematics all these years. So I hand over to you, Dr. Wan Nur Asmin, for the first session.
Okay, thank you, Bhavani. Let me share first my point. Okay, see, so everybody can see my PowerPoint, so slideshow. So today we are going to do this one, introduction to the basic computational thinking skills, primary science teachers. Okay. First of all, the focus of this webinar is on utilizing computational thinking to develop the thinking skill to solve problems in science. Okay. Maybe we sometimes we might think that we cannot use the computational thinking in science. You might be thinking that computational thinking is only can be used in the computer science or the mathematics. Okay, we are going to look for this computational thinking in the science subjects today and also for the our 1st October. Okay, why do we have to know about this computational thinking? Okay, first of all, let us look at what is happening around us. Okay, first we see that the technology is evolved with time. Okay, and then we also see that we have this IR 4.0, we have the IoT, Internet of Things, machine to machine communication, and we are going. I think Malaysia is going to have this IR 5.0 also, the combination of human and machine in the workplace. For example, Japan, China, Korea, Singapore, okay, they have started using robots, such as in hotels, for example, okay. Then, what is the future? So we have to think what is the future, because we know that technology is everywhere. So we have to prepare our students for the jobs that is not exist yet, and stop feeding our young learners. That is the main point here. We have to stop feeding our children, our young learners, our students. Let them think out of the box. What Bill Gates has to say about this one? This is Bill Gates has already said this one in 2012. The education system is failing to produce highly skilled workers. He said in 2012. Okay, and then this one we have another one, a tech entrepreneur, an investor. He is also a CEO of the education nonprofit Code.org. He's from Tehran, Iran, and migrated to US. He is this Hadi Patobi. Hadi Patobi said that understanding how technology works, how the internet works, and learning to solve problems with computational thinking, these skills are as important as learning how electricity works, how the digestion works, and how solving problems using algebra. You see, computational thinking is one of the important skills that teachers have to acquire. Right. Okay, now we look at our future job, maybe in 15 years from now, or maybe it is happening now. Okay, we work from 9 to 5, and now I am working at all the time. Sometimes at home, I work in the office, then go back, and I continue working at home. Sometimes I have to work until at night, because sometimes we have webinars at night. We have maybe a discussion at night. Okay, okay. You work in a corporate office, but now you can work anywhere. Okay, use the company equipment, and now you can use any device. Focus on inputs. Later, we are going to focus on the outputs, and then climb the corporate ladder. But later, we will create your own ladder. Okay, think out of the box. Redefine work. But later you have to customize your word, hosts information. Now we are doing this one, shares information. We are doing it through our internet, through our webinars and so forth. And then last time you don't have no voice, now can become a leader. See, today I'm giving you a webinar, so I become a leader today. Okay. Relies on email. Now we are relies on collaboration technologies. In the future, we are relies on the collaboration technologies. Now, or past, we have to focus on knowledge, but later we are going to focus on adaptive learning, corporate learning and teaching in the past, and in the future, we have to democratize our learning and teaching. Right? So that is why we are trying to inculcate our the computational thinking in the teaching and learning processes. Computational thinking, what is it all about? Uh, we know that computational thinking is one of the 21st century skills that everyone must have. So when we see these two words, computational thinking, what will come first in your mind? Okay? Maybe sometimes we might say, "Oh, this is computer science." That is what that was what my friends, some of my friends, in 2016, 2015, they thought that, oh, when we asked them to register for this computational thinking workshops, they said that, oh, this is computer science. I am a BM, a Bahasa Melayu teacher. I'm an English teacher. Okay, so they thought that computational thinking is not for them. Maybe you will think that, okay, when you see computational thinking, it's about the programming, Python, Scratch, or maybe some other language programming. Uh, uh, so this is another example, the coding. Okay. So first of all, let us take a look at the definition of the computational thinking. I'm using a definition from Wing, one of the founder of this computational thinking. Wing in 2012 defined computational thinking as the thought process. Okay, it's not something that you have to calculate, that you have to find in a book, but it's actually the thought processes involved in formulating problems and the solutions, so that the solutions are represented in a form that can be effectively carried out by information processing agent. Who is this information processing agent? Okay, we are the information processing agent. The solution can be carried out by a human or machine. So when mention machine, it must be the computer, the laptop, the programming, all those things. Or more generally, by combinations of humans and machines. Okay. Computational thinking is the development of thinking skills and it supports learning and understanding. Just now it is about the thought process. Okay, so it is also the development of thinking is a thought process and supports learning and understanding. It concentrates on pupils performing a thought process, not on the production or of artifacts or evidence. Okay, so um this computational thinking, because I have only half an hour only, so I'm going to go straight to the what the computational thinking concept is. Okay. The first one is the ability to think algorithmically, algorithm. Okay. The ability to think in terms of decomposition, the ability to think in generalizations, identifying and making use of patterns, the ability to think in abstractions, choosing good representations, and okay, what are all these? Okay, back. Going to go back to the previous one. Okay, never mind. Okay, we look at the first one. Decompose. Decomposition. In bahasa Melayu, it is menguraikan. Okay. How are we going to use decompose in science? What is decompose? Decompose is a large task break into smaller tasks. I think after this, Dr. Lo is going to do a hands-on activity with all of you. It's going to be an interesting one. Okay. It allow us to clearly explain a process to another person or to a computer or even to just write notes for ourselves. Yes, for example, okay, this one, brushing our teeth. So how are we going to elaborate this one? We are going to use the decompose. We are going to break the large task into smaller tasks. The large task is brushing our teeth. Meaning, in other words, it means that this is our big idea, brushing our teeth. So, what are the connection with this brushing our task? Sorry, brushing our teeth. Okay, so the first one, you might be thinking of which toothbrush to use before we want to brush our teeth. We might think that okay, first we choose which toothbrush to use. Maybe you want to use the Oral B or you want to use the Colgate. Okay, maybe you will think that oh, how long to brush for? Okay, these are very simple example. I'm using this brushing our teeth. It's not that I'm asking you that before we brush our teeth we have to think all those things. Okay, but this is only example to show the what is the large task and what is the smaller task. Okay, how hard to press on our teeth. Okay, and what toothpaste to use. So all these four components are the smaller tasks for the brushing our teeth. You can also think about how to wash your car. You can list down all uh, the thing that you might do. Okay, in science subject, maybe you can think of this one. Explain how the parts of a dragonfly make it an effective predator. Okay, maybe you have this subject, this topic, so you can use decomposition because this when you use the decomposition, you will associated it with deconstructing, dividing, sorting, or maybe classifying. Okay, next one is algoritma. Ya, dalam bahasa Melayu, in bahasa Melayu, it is algoritma. The ability to develop a step-by-step strategy for solving a problem. Okay. So it is often based on the decomposition of a problem. Okay, you see this now. It is related to algorithm also. The step for the brushing your teeth. It is often based on decomposition of a problem and the identification of patterns that help to solve the problem. So it related to decomposition and also related to patterns. Associated with algorithm can be associated with observing. That is normally we use observation in our science subject. Predicting, okay, comparing, we generalizing. Okay, we generalize. Okay, next one. Okay, before that, we see what are the examples in our daily life for algorithms. Okay, finding you can use algorithms step by step, finding a fruit in the grocery store, or you can use algorithm in alphabetizing your name tags. I use it in reorganizing your kitchen to make finding stuff easier. Okay, finding keys that you lost, and finding something good to watch on TV or washing your car windows. So, science subject you might use. I'm going to show a simple experiment, but I'm not going to elaborate on this. Just show you. This one I got this. I forgot the website from the internet. Is on different types of food items. So you can use algorithm to use this experiment. Okay. These are all the things that you have to do in the experiment. But don't worry, Dr. Lo is going to show you a more interesting one. Okay. Right. So patterns. The next one is patterns. In Bahasa Melayu, we call it as corak. The ability to notice similarities or common difference that will help us make predictions. Okay, predictions. In maths, also we do predictions. In science, also we do prediction or lead us to shortcuts. It is frequently the basis for solving problems and designing algorithms. See the connection of patterns with algorithms and also with decomposition. Finding patterns is extremely important. You can use these patterns in many of the science experiment. Patterns make our task simpler. Problems are easier to solve when they share patterns because we can use the same problem solving solution wherever the pattern exists. Okay, the more patterns we can find, the easier and quicker our overall task of problem solving will be. So these are the examples we can see in the exchange rate or numerical weather forecast or identify trends in stock price in the daily life. Examples. You can in the science subject maybe you can use it in the patterns in nature, including snowflakes, flower petals, okay, or seasons, and also maybe you want to do experiment on the nucleotides in DNA, the importance of classification in describing and eventually understanding patterns. Okay. The last one before I hand over to Dr. Loh, abstraction. So in Bahasa Malaysia, we call it as pengabstrakan. This is the correct translation because I got this from Pusat Rujukan Persuratan Melayu Dewan Bahasa and Pustaka. The ability to filter out information that is not necessary, so we filter it out. Okay, those not necessary information we don't want to solve a certain type of problem and generalize the information that is necessary, and it allows us to represent an idea or a process in general terms so that we can use it to solve other problems that are similar in nature, reducing complexity to define main idea. Okay, you can see some I think you can try to remember how you learn to summarize your essay, for example, in English. So these are called abstraction also. So example of abstraction in our daily life, okay, identify essential facts in word problem, use iteration to solve word problems, summarize the facts, deduce conclusions from facts. Okay, I think the rest of this PowerPoint we will be given you an ebook also after you finish the 1st October. So because this I already 3:31 already. So I have to pass over to Dr. Loh for our next session. Okay, over to you, Dr. Loh. Thank you very much for listening to my session.
Thank you, Dr. Min. Can all of you
Uh,
hear me?
Stop sharing. Wait, I stop sharing. Okay.
Can all of you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Dr. Min, for Dr. Wan for the introduction of computational thinking. Yeah. So introducing us to the 4 steps of computational thinking. So before I continue, yeah, I just want to welcome all of you to this webinar. So I noticed there are some participants from Philippines. Yeah, yeah. I saw Christy, and there are some from Philippines, and just now I saw a chat from Laos. Yeah, Laos, yeah, and of course, want to welcome all the teachers from Malaysia. Is there anyone from other parts of this other countries as well? I saw Philippines, I saw Malaysia, yes, obviously, and then I saw Laos. Yes, we want to welcome you to this webinar. Yeah.
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand, yes. Yeah, we welcome also participants from Thailand. Yes.
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Wow. Yeah, we have a diverse participants, yeah, for this webinar. Welcome to this webinar. And for the next session, it will be more on hands-on. I will be I will try to apply the 4 steps of computational thinking in teaching science, more on project-based learning in science. But before I start, okay, I just want you to just mention what comes to your mind when you think about computational thinking. Just now, I think Dr. Wan, the slides there, what comes to your mind when you heard about computational thinking? Okay, let me share first. I will share this in the chat box so you can share. For me, I would say the first time I heard about this, I would think about coding. I would think about robotics. I would think about computers, programming. All these things comes to my mind when I think about AI. Some of those, talking about problem solving. Yes, a program in computers. Okay, anyone else when you first time you hear about computational thinking, what comes to your mind? Yeah, coding. Yes, a lot of you will think about coding, same like me. Yeah, and it scares me off when I was thinking about that. Yeah, computational. Am I supposed to think like a computer? And so on. Yeah, okay. But I'm glad some of you say that this computational thinking is a thinking process. Yeah, just like Dr. Wan had shared, it's a
Mr. Dawa
thinking
said yes, same ideas.
process. Yes. But I will say that a lot of us will link to, computers, robots, coding, programming, and so on. But okay, let me share something to you, yeah? But let me remind you, the computers that we have is created by human. The fact that the computer can do the things that they can do now is because of the human brain. It's not that we are training ourselves to think like a computer. No, the computer can do its job because of our own brain. We are the one who programmed the computer to think in such a way. Yeah. So, okay, I'll begin my sharing. Okay, so today I'm going to share about the thinking process, just like some of you have shared in the chat just now. Computational thinking is a thinking process, but a lot of us will link computational thinking with mathematics. You will seldom see computational thinking in science, which I also find it sometimes difficult to find in science. Okay, can you see my slides?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Okay, so just like I said just now, the computers that we have is created by human. Yeah, we are not, the fact that the computers can think or can do its job like what it can do now is because of us. We are the one who program it. So the best computer you ever have is between your ears, is our brain. The best computer is still our brain, not the laptop that we have. Yeah. So we have to use it well. Okay. So the objective for our today's my session here is okay. I'll begin with an introduction. Okay, what is the role of computational science, computational thinking in science education? Then we will apply computational science thinking in science activity. Okay, we will try to understand it through the application. This objective number 2 and number 3, I will combine together. And 4, we will look into the example of a science lesson plan that incorporates computational thinking. Okay. So computational thinking in science is used for is a problem solving skill. Just like just now you mentioned, there is a thinking skill. It consists of decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithms. Okay, later we will look one by one how it actually relates to science lesson. And it can be applied in scientific inquiry to create models, simulation, to generate data, analyzing, interpreting data, designing solution, and to understand and predict complex phenomena. In project-based learning, also computational thinking can engage students in group of related science and engineering practices and cross-cutting concepts. I would like to let you, this is the focus of my workshop today, project-based learning, where I'm going to incorporate computational thinking in the processes. Okay, and computational thinking also is one of the STEM practices. Okay, what is STEM practices? STEM practices is actually the behavior of scientists and engineers in solving problems. Yeah, some of the practices that they do in solving problem. Okay, so where does this computational thinking stand? Okay, I just want to let you see. In STEM education as an approach, we have instructional strategies. We have scientific inquiry, project-based learning, problem-based learning, and so on. These are the strategies that we use to deliver our lesson. And the practices, what are the things that we want the students to what want the students to have? What we want the students to inculcate in their behavior? Okay, for example, asking questions. We want them to learn how to ask questions, find problem, develop model. We want our students to know how to carry out investigation. We want our students to apply mathematical and computational thinking. We want our students to know how to design and describe solution and so on. Yeah, communicating information. All these are the practices that we actually want our students, the future generation, to have in facing this IR 4.0. Okay, so all this, you can see they are overlapping with each other. All these STEM practices, you can find it in the science process skill, okay? You can find it in engineering design process. You can also find it in computational thinking. Okay, so these are the STEM practices that we actually want our students to have. And also we as teachers, we also want to inculcate this in our life as well. Okay, next we want to try to understand and apply this computational thinking in our science lesson. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for this workshop, okay, for my session, I'm going to use one topic from our Malaysian primary school science syllabus. Okay, for those from other countries, okay, it's okay. You can use any a learning standard from your context. Yeah, I'm just using it from, the focus is not the content. The focus for today is the process. So I'm using this as an example. I'm using electric circuit because electricity is one of the topic in, I think it's in year 2, okay? In year 2, that means in, for the 8 years old, yeah? If I'm not mistaken, yeah? Is one of the topic in the year 2 science in the Malaysian syllabus. And the learning standard is to require the students to build an electric circuit using dry cell, bulb, switch, and connecting wires, predict why the bulb doesn't light up. And finally, you can see the final one. Actually, they want the students to explain observation about electric circuit using sketches, ICT, written or verbal form. And one of the performance standards in this topic is the performance standards number 6, where the students are required to produce and present a functional circuit using other objects to replace the bulb. So for this session, I'm going to use one topic. Okay, you can for participants from other countries, you can actually reflect on your topics as well. If you have something similar like this, okay, electric circuit. Okay, we want to we want to design a task, a project-based learning task for the students. Okay, which includes the concept of electric circuit. Simple circuit, they are not parallel, not series, just simple circuit. Just remember, this is a year 8, year 8 years old students. Yeah, year 2 students. Yeah, so we are trying to design a task for them. Okay, from this, we are going to see how we can actually promote computational thinking through the project. Yeah, through the project. So this can be done online. Okay, I know a lot of us now, we are having online lessons. Okay, one of the most difficult part is to conduct hands-on activity for the students. I hope after this session, you can try it with the student. Okay, you can try it with your student, this activity. Yeah. Okay, so okay, normally in the normal classroom or even in your online class, okay, for the first learning standard, build a complete electric circuit using dry cell, bulb, switch, and connecting wires. Okay, in the school, we always go to the lab and go and fix. Okay, the light, the bulb lit up. Okay, or even in online, you cannot go to the lab. A lot of teachers, they are using videos to show the students. Okay, when you join this battery with the switch, with the light, okay, and so on, it will light up. Okay, what happened if it's joined wrongly, or what happened the switch is the battery is connected wrongly, and so on. Okay, you are doing I believe you are doing that. But in a project-based learning, okay, we want to transform what they have learned, an electric circuit that which they did in the lab, or even they see in the video, to become a product, a functional product. Yeah. So this is the task that we will give to the student. Okay, we can give to the student, challenge them to do this. Okay, the task is design and make a product that applies the concept of a simple circuit. That means the same circuit, battery, light, switch, and so on. But you need to design into a simple a product, a useful product, not just a circuit like that. How are you going to use the circuit? Yeah, we want the student to design and make a product. Okay, so I'm not sure how many of you prepare this because we did send this through the email. Construction paper, a 3-volt coin battery, LED light, if you have your aluminium foil, and some stationaries. Okay, stationaries, I will say we will use the double tape and so on. Okay, so these are the tasks that we can actually give the students. The material, because I try to find easy material for, even for students at home, they can do, except that for LED light, I'm not sure whether students can find it easily or not. Okay, some places it can be found easily, but some places I think you need to go to a special shop to buy this. Okay, but nevertheless, we try our best. Okay, we try our best to just do this activity. We can try this with our students. Why do I choose this? Okay, why do I choose this to do this project? Because I think, okay, first it's simple. Second, because children are very excited when they see something lit up. Okay, I believe when they see something lit up, they are very excited. So I hope this kind of project can engage the students. Okay, so you can design a task. The statement of your task, you can be very open like mine, or you can be very close. That means depends on your context, on your students. Okay, you can be a very specific task, or you can design the task, the problem statement can be a very open one. It depends on you. Okay, so I'm giving this task. Okay, and for this session, we are not very concerned about the product. I will try to demonstrate the process. Okay, let's, and for this task, I'm going to combine the engineering design process and the computational thinking, because I find there's similarity. When you look at all this, they are overlapping. Okay, if those who are familiar with engineering design process, okay, I'm using the simple version now, because in engineering design process, if you Google, you can find a lot of different versions. I try to find a simple one. Okay, you begin from asking question. Asking question, that means you define a problem. Okay, for in this case, okay, for primary school, normally we just give them the problem statement. Okay, this is the task. Okay, this is your problem. I want you to design or make a product that applies the concept of simple circuit. Okay, I give you the problem already. Okay, so the students need to define the problem. Okay, later we are going to see one by one. Yeah. Okay, after they ask, then the students need to imagine. They imagine the solution, generating ideas. Okay, they need to generate ideas. Here, you can see the computational thinking of pattern recognition, because if you ask the student will start to think, and what are the similar things? What are the similar things that I can do? I mean, of course, they will relate to something that they have seen before, or maybe they will go and find references and so on. Okay, after they imagine, they start to plan. Okay, in plan, I would say plan is something like abstraction, because during planning, you will consider a lot of things. Okay, do I have enough material? Do I have enough time? Is this costly? And then finally, you choose the best solution, and after that, the students will sketch the idea. When they sketch the idea, it's just an abstraction. They are removing all these unwanted things. They're focusing, okay, this is my design. Okay. They are sketching something into something that can actually later on they are going to do it later. Then we have create. After they plan, now is the time to create. During create, okay, algorithm is actually formulating step by step. When you create something, you must think, okay, what is the step one? What should I do first? And so on. Of course, there are a lot of times we try and error. Oh, this doesn't work. This shouldn't be the first step. Okay, do another, try another test and improve and so on until you get your product. Okay, you create, during the create, when you create, of course, if you have a good plan, first trial, you can do it. But sometimes it's not that easy. Okay, you encounter problem here and there, then you have to change your step. Then you test, okay, oh, this is not that good. I am going to improve it. Okay, then finally, when you have the product, I feel this is a very important part in project-based learning. We want the student to communicate their product. We want them to communicate. We want them to share what are the steps they have done in coming out with the design. And another very important thing that I want to highlight is that we want the students to highlight the science concept that is involved in their product. Because a lot of time, the students, when they accomplish their product, they have done their product, yay, I have done it, teacher, this is my product. It's like a show and tell session. Okay, this is my product. This is the light I've done. Okay, this light is called something, something, something. I do this, I do this. But forgot, a lot of us might forgot this is a science lesson. We want them to learn the science concept when they are making their product. So it's important for them, they communicate, they need to relate with the science concept behind it. Okay, for example, when they do this, this is a simple circuit which consists of what and so on. The aluminum foil serve as a conductor. Okay, so for a year two students, at least they identify the aluminum foil is a conductor and so on. And then they also identify, okay, when I do this, it needs to be a closed circuit for the light to be lit up, the LED to be lit up. So the communication part is very important. I believe this is what we as teachers must facilitate the students to do. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, this is the engineering design process, okay, which I combine with this computational thinking. Okay, so we start with defining the problem. I'm going to do it one by one. Before that, sorry, may I know, before I continue, may I know how many of you prepared the material? I just stop sharing first. I just want to see, I just want to know before we continue, because later on we want to spend some time to do this. Okay, may I know how many of you do have your material, which I asked, put, okay? Okay, I saw some of you prepare the coin battery, LED, and then okay, yeah, I saw some of you. Okay, later, yeah, I saw some of you I'm really happy for you to participate. Okay, then I'm very, what do you call? I'm very encouraged. In Malay, very semangat already, very semangat to continue now. Okay, let me continue. Okay, let me continue. Okay. So, okay, first we want to define the problem. Okay, define the problem involve decomposition. So we have already given the students task. Okay, as we give the task, okay, I want to encourage teachers, when we give project-based learning, we don't just give the task, let them do like that. Because at the end, the focus is not the product. The focus is the process that we actually lead them through. Okay, so we lead them in defining the problem. Okay, so we teach them, okay, break into the problems into small parts. Okay, for example, we can ask the question, hey, what are the requirements of the task? Okay, the students will say, okay, a product, a useful product, Okay, so what are the characteristics? Okay, let the students think. Okay, you can ask questions that actually helps to break the problems into small parts. Okay, for this actually, this is a very simple task. The task just require them to produce a product, a useful product, a product that they can use, and also it must incorporate simple circuit. This is the characteristic of the problem. Okay, so we guide them to decompose decompositions to break the problems into small pieces. Okay, next, generating ideas. I would say that students are very creative. Okay, I have not taught primary school students. I thought I thought secondary school students. When it comes to generating ideas, they're very good. Yeah, very good. Yes. What are some examples of the similar products? Okay, simple circuit. We're not talking about parallel and so on. Simple circuit. Okay, so what are some examples? Okay, with similar function. Okay, students will tell you a lot of things. Besides that, they can actually look into books. This is the thing that they know, like internet, YouTube. Okay, they go to the YouTube and search, or they can find a similar pattern. Okay, simple circuit. What are the things that use simple circuit at home? Torchlight, okay, for example, okay, on YouTube, or they just Google and they'll find a lot. Okay, so pattern recognition, they try to find similar things. Okay, it is okay for them to, I would say for younger children, it's good for them to know how to find resources, references. You will find out, okay, there are some group, they will not agree of children go and research. Okay, they say, okay, you go and think for yourself. But I will encourage students to explore and find out. Okay, and in my class, I would say you can explore, but you cannot copy exactly. I would say like that. I always say like that. You must modify something. We don't want them to be like a copycat. We want them to modify. Okay, you find something in the internet, okay, YouTube, okay, you can do it, but try to modify it. Try to make it different from what you have seen. This is what I encourage my students. I don't want them to just copy directly from what they have seen. Okay, this is some guidelines. I mean, tips for you to actually do it with your class, because they will be very excited in this stage. Okay, pattern recognition, where they actually start to find ideas. Okay, next. Now it comes to planning. I would say the students will come with so many, teacher, can I do this? Can I do this? So all the possible solutions are there. And we have to guide them. Okay, so the constraints are here. Okay, do you have enough time? Okay, is the material sufficient? Do you have the tools? Is it too difficult? Is it useful? Is it very expensive and so on? So when during planning, okay, the students will tell you a lot of things. Yeah, they are very creative, but we don't want to, what you call them, we don't want to just shut them off, but we want them to think. Okay, so do you think you have enough time to complete this? Do you think the material that we have is sufficient? Okay, help them to think. Okay, oh, not sufficient. Oh, so can you modify this? Can maybe you can still do it, but maybe you have to modify a bit on this. Okay, we guide them during the planning. Okay, so during extraction, we remove those unwanted things. Okay, those are not important or not relevant, they need to remove. And of course, they need to focus on the science concept and skills involved. Okay, does it involve does it involve simple circuit? Yeah, or it come out another thing. There was one time I just share my experience. I was given a task on, yeah, I gave a task on this electric circuit thing, and the student come out, teacher, can I do a car? I said, yes, wow, you can do a car with just parallel, because I was teaching parallel circuit. Parallel circuit, I would like to know, how are you going to make? No, I'm going to use rubber band, the potential energy. Okay, but my topic is on electric circuit. Okay, you can do it on another topic, but for this project, my characteristic of my project is still electric circuit. Yeah, so I have to guide them back. Yeah, so this is what I encounter. Maybe some of you encounter this. in the excitement of looking for ideas, they'll find a lot of ideas. And some of them may not be according to the science concept that the skills that we want them to learn. Okay, next, okay, during planning, of course, we want them to sketch the diagram if possible. I'm not sure whether primary students, they can sketch the simple circuit. I'm sure they can, simple circuit, just to sketch the circuit itself. Okay, it depends on your context. Okay, I would like to see the idea on paper before they do it. It's a good abstraction thinking skill where they actually can sketch the idea and show to the teacher. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Abstraction. Okay, now next. It's time to create and test and communicate. So, okay, so they need to know list of materials, but the list of materials are already given to the students, okay, or to you. Okay, so the students can start creating. Okay, so the students need to, okay, no, what should I do first? Okay, they have the ideas. Okay, they already know what to do. They already know, okay, so what should I start first? So this is the time that they come up with the steps, algorithm. Okay, this will be a time that you let them do by themselves. Okay, it depends on the project. You can do it in the class itself, or you can give them 1 day or 2 days. The next lesson you come back to them, it's okay. I'm going to show you some example lesson 10. But for this session, okay, we are going to cheat a bit because I only have 1.5 hours with you. So we are going to cheat a bit. Okay, for you have been given, okay, I'm going to stop here. We are going to create something. So we are generating ideas. Okay, you are given a coin battery, aluminum strip, LED light. Okay, not given like you have prepared this. So what can you do from this? Okay, so I'm going to give you half an hour to just think of something to do. Okay, I want to give you half an hour to think of something to do. You can Google, you can search the internet, and so on to find ideas. To make things easier, because we are running out of time, I can only give you 30 minutes. I'm going to give you some ideas. Okay. Okay. But in your classroom, just let them find their own ideas. Yeah. Okay. For this, we want to be fast. I give you some idea. Okay. Let me share. This is cheating a bit. Main tipu sikit. Okay. Hold on first. Okay. Let me open my PowerPoint. If you have better idea, please do so. Yeah, you can actually do your idea. Yeah, because don't let my idea limit your creativity. I would say that, yes. Okay, so this is some of the ideas that that you can do. Okay, this you can actually do in your class. Okay, this is light card. Okay, you can say it's a useful product. Okay, because you can actually cheer someone up, especially during now when if your student have friends who are down because of the pandemic and so on, they can cheer them up. Not happy birthday, or just say have a nice day, cheer up and so on. Yeah, okay, they can do this. It's a light card. This is very easy. Okay, if you don't have any idea, you can do this. This is very fast. Okay, it's a simple circuit using aluminum foil and a coin battery. The LED light is here. The position of the LED light depends on you. Because I'm doing a cupcake, if you do an ambulance car, police car, okay, maybe the light will be different. I saw one, they do a Christmas tree, one student do a candle and so on. Okay, it depends on you. This is one of the easiest. If you don't have any idea, you can do this. Okay, I'm going to give you half an hour to do this. Or, okay, another idea is, okay, I'm going to, this is a mini torchlight. Okay, if you have, okay, the similar idea, this is a torchlight. A mini torchlight, also using this idea. Okay, I just do a circuit inside a box. Okay, let me show you how is it. Okay, this is, I did the circuit inside a cuboid net. That means before I make this into a box, I done the circuit inside. The tricky part is the switch. because the card, you can see the card just now, the switch is actually the corner here. Okay, there's a corner here that's folded, then it is the switch. But for this, the switch is paper clip. Okay, this will be a bit complicated. Okay, but if you can do it, I would like to see. Because we have half an hour, you can try this. Okay, so I'll stop sharing here. This is 2 ideas you can try. Okay, do you have any question? Any question from the participants? I will give you some time to do this. We will have half an hour to do this. 20 minutes or 20 minutes to do this. Any question from the participants? Can I hear some response? Are you okay with this task? Create a simple product using the material that I've given you.
Can unmute and have question for Dr. Low.
I can see Christy said good. Okay,
I
then
think
you can start.
She is our alumni, Dr. Tiru.
Okay, to make your task easier, I will post a video link where you can actually refer. Okay, wow, this is cheating lah, but never mind lah, because because we want to. I only have half an hour. Okay.
We don't want to spoon feed our students.
Yeah, we don't want to spoon feed, but I'm guilty on this. Okay. Because of time, I'm guilty on spoon feeding. Okay.
Just for today.
For today. Okay. There's a link of the video of this light card you can actually see. But I hope you can come up with something. We will, is it okay if we come back at, 4:05? Can we come back at 4:30? Is it okay? 4:30? Are you with me, participants? Can you give me a thumbs up, or if those who did not on their camera, can you give some response? Give some emoji to me. Christy, thumbs up. Some of you, okay? Can we? Yeah, Sammy. Okay, good. Okay, we will come back. We will come back at 4:30. Okay, don't leave the Google Meet. I will give you some time to do this because after 4:30, you are going to show me the things. Are not necessary. These are not necessary. You can do other things. Yeah. Again, I don't want to limit your creativity. Okay, I'll give you 25 minutes to do this. I'll come back. But if you have any question, just post it in the chat box. Okay, I'll be here. Okay, I'll see you at 4:30. Please don't leave out. We will see each other at 4:30. Okay, see you. Happy making.
Samurai sword on my back. You don't know how to act. Maybe you should relax. Maybe you should relapse. Just kidding. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop.
hope everybody has created something. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah. I hope everybody has created something. I really hope to see your creation. Hey, is it okay if you just on your camera and if you have done, it's okay. Just show us your creation if you have done that. Oh, I see, Dr. Tiro, yes. Yeah, Miss Siwa, yes, yeah. Wow, this is from, okay, Salisa, you did a fan. Wow, this is another level. Okay.
I don't have the LED.
Oh, so you have a motor instead.
Yes.
Wow, that's
Only that
another
time I
level.
found.
That's another level. Okay, who else? Can I encourage you just turn on your video and let us see your product? Anyone? Okay. Yeah. Anyone? Can you just turn on in the video and show me your product? Okay, we have yes. Okay, Chris. Wow, Christy, what's that? Like a pin. What is that?
It's a it's yes, that's a pin. I cannot find any material here, so I just use the pin. This is the blinking cow. The blinking cow.
Wow.
I am planning to
Yeah.
use doctor. I am planning to use modeling clay for robot, but I cannot find modeling clay right now, so I use just this cow, blinking cow.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Daito, can I see your product, Daito?
I have a problem, so I didn't develop out the LED. But my idea, I just this a phone stand,
Oh.
first stand, but didn't finish yet.
Oh yeah, because we have lack of time, but your idea is very good.
So
Hi,
when I put,
Saitul.
I
Miss you, Saitul.
Wow.
the last final, I did your cap, but it didn't function. So
Oh,
I
it's
saw this
okay.
express project.
It's
So
okay.
I
It's
will
okay.
finish after this to
Oh,
put my phone, and then the LED can go. So
wow. So the phone is the switch, is it? The phone?
when we put the phone, but didn't yeah
Yeah, I think you
didn't
have to find. This is the part that you have test and improve later.
yeah.
I'm really glad for that idea. Yes. Yes, I also can see Cikgu Khaliza. I also saw your
Thank
card.
you.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you
And
louder, please, Miss Lu?
yes.
Actually, I just
Yes.
built fans using the plastic bottles and aluminum foil. And then
Ah.
because I have only this at home, because I don't have LED.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah,
Uh,
this
but,
is what
uh,
we want to
uh,
encourage the student to
but
do actually.
I have a box actually.
Oh.
Okay, so I try using I use the paper clip and aluminum foil, and then put the battery, the lithium battery, and then it can move, but slowly.
Because yeah, not enough power lah. So
Yes,
how
because
what
the connection between the aluminum foil and the paper clips
yes,
is here is not
very
enough energy to make the fan move.
yeah, and I think it's because it is a bit loose. Yeah, it's a bit
Yes,
loose,
yes.
yeah, because
Actually,
the
this
real
one we were tight with this one.
what do you use as your switch?
Um, I use a paper clip.
Wow. Okay. That's creative. Yeah. It's just that the connection
Yeah,
is a
because I
bit
don't
loose.
have a LED, so I don't know how to use. Only this.
This is called creativity lah, yeah, because we just
Yes.
use whatever we can. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Cikgu Salita. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Okay, yeah, Joshua, can you show us your product? Do you want to show us your product? What is your stage now? Have you completed? No. Okay. 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 I'm so glad that you all came out with the product. Okay. Later, I'm going to show you one more slide before before no, let me continue. Yeah, just now we have Cikgu Shaliza to share. Okay, during when you ask students to share is communication. So I want to emphasize this aspect in the teaching of science is very important because it is encouraging the students to learn how to communicate. This is one of the 21st century learning. Yeah, actually, when you do this project, all the 21st century learning is their collaboration. Okay, when they actually discuss with their friends, critical thinking, creative thinking, and also communication. That's very important. So when they communicate, like just what Cikgu Saliza shared, I'm asking her, how do you do that? So she actually shared, okay, when the students shared, they should share, okay, their product, okay, what is this product? This is a fan. And how do you do this? Okay, so she explained just now what she did and so on, the steps. And of course, we also want to know what the problems they face. This is very important. We don't want, okay, some of them, they encounter problem, but we don't shut down the problem. We use the problem as the learning opportunity. Just now she said it turns very slowly because she said the connection, I think the connection between the aluminum foil with the motor is not that tight. Okay, this is the problem. So the next step is to improve. We encourage the students. So what can you do next? Okay, what should you do? Okay, the students can think. And then just now, Chigu Zaito, Chigu Zaito, a very creative creation where she invented a phone stand. Okay, when she put the phone, the LED lit up. The phone act as a switch. This is very, very creative. Okay, but I think one of the problems she said she didn't manage to complete. I think one of the problem is because I think maybe you can use. Is it because of the cut is a bit flimsy? Is it the vanilla cut is not strong enough?
I think I punya aluminium foil it's not function yet.
Oh, maybe it's
Maybe
the
it's too
connection, is it?
long. The connection is too long, and then it's not function. So I changed the idea to use
Oh,
the whatever in front of me.
okay. So what do you do first? Do you build the circuit first, or you do the shape first? What do you do first? What is your first step first? Do you construct the circuit first, or you build the shape first?
I try to light up the LED first.
Oh, okay. Then after that, you design your structure, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is something that we want to hear from students. How they think. How do they, there's no right or wrong. Okay. We want to encourage the students to
Yeah.
communicate their steps. And just now, Chigu Zaito also communicated what the problems. And another thing, we want them to communicate also the science concept. Okay, of course, all of us here, we will know like this is a simple circuit, okay, and so on. Okay, but we also want to emphasize the science concept behind this product. And why, like just now, why it is not lit up? Because just now you said that there's something wrong with the aluminum foil and making the circuit open, bukan litar tertutup. Okay, is when it's open circuit, there's no current. Okay, so we can actually bring to the children's mind, in order for the circuit to function, it is very important for the circuit to be a closed circuit, litar tertutup. Okay, then actually we can challenge them. If you have a good class student, you can challenge them. Why only closed circuit current can flow? Why? You can challenge them to think. I guess it's something for you to actually ask your students, okay, to further stimulate the thinking. Because in this science project, again, I want to say, we are not only emphasizing on the product, we also want them to actually intentionally say out, communicate the science concept, okay? Because this is science lesson. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I can get someone to share as well. Okay, Dr. Tiru, can I see just now your happy birthday card? Do you want to share something to all of us?
To share the screen. I got a video. I mean,
Can you can't hear you well?
Okay. Now can you hear me? Can you hear now?
Okay.
Okay. Right. Now I will share the PowerPoint.
Got
Okay. Can
PowerPoint.
I?
Okay, I want to see this.
Okay. Yeah. Can you all see that?
Yes, yes.
Can you see that? Okay.
Wow. Electronic birthday card. Yes.
Right. Now this is my plan. Right. First, of course, according to our the plan. So
Yeah.
my plan
Okay.
is to make a birthday card using oil battery and lead and other things. Other things here would be like I need and then the LG. So here the birthday card, how is it going to function? The LED bulb lights up.
Oh, when it's open flat.
Right? It has that lah, only then it will light up. That's the problem here. Okay. So the front of the card, I'm going to have like this, and then the inside left will be the one birthday cake, and then there's a candle, and on top of it is the light, the LED light will light up. Right, it will light out.
Ah.
Right, and then inside right is just a birthday wish, right? Wishing the birthday message and all, right? And then I have the circuit plan, all right, circuit design.
Wow. Yeah.
We have of course the battery, then the switch system, and then of course the LED connected by our oil, right? Okay, and this is the inside of the card.
Wow. Wow.
This is the inside of the card, all right? Okay, so this is the left side of the card, is the right side. So this is where I place the LED, right? LED thing, and then this is the foil coming in, right? And then here I have battery. Then of course the side is the other part of the foil, and then here is the switch system, right? So this
Ah.
switch system is okay. Now uh, okay, this is my initial plan, but this switch system was a bit complex, so I after evaluation I changed it lah. I changed to put the switch over here. Okay, so these are the things I have. The cardboard. We need two cardboard, right? One the front cover and the back cover, and this one is the inside, right? Okay, and then these are the things we have. The like what foil and the battery, and also this. These are structures that I got. This
Mm.
all this, and this one helps me to make. And, this is the circuitry inside the card. Right here you
Oh.
see the LED, right, and then of course here the foil is covered. Then side is the other side of the front, and the other side of the circuit, and the switch is actually supposed to come here, right? So in the after testing, the switch here is a bit cumbersome. It is very difficult to. So I put the switch here. The battery below the foil, and then the foil will when it rests on the battery, then it lights up. Now, of course, this part I have connected here. Right? So this is how it is, right? Okay, this is the left side of the card, the right side of the card, LED. The switch is already there. So this is the battery, and this part is a button-like structure here. I attach it to the battery so that this is a foil that is coming from here. So when it is open, when it is fully open, the card that is going to cover this portion here will press against this part, and it will make a connection here. So then the LED will light up, right? And there you are, all right? So when I press the top part against the battery, you see the thing lighting up. So this is the test. right? So after testing, all I have to do is attach the card, right? So this is the birthday card already complete. Okay. So when I open the birthday card, this is the
Wow.
present about it. Okay. And then this is a little video to show uh, how it was here, right? So it is now when I open it, I opening it, it light up. Okay, that's it.
Wow.
Right. Okay. Yeah, thank you. And in preparing this presentation, I had to take snaps of this one, and of course, I use my phone snap. So to transfer it into the PowerPoint, it was quite difficult. So what I did, I posted it into my family WhatsApp group, and from there I picked it up and put it here. So then I got nice messages from my children and all that. Say, oh, great, idea, nice idea, all that. And then I also got a message from my wife. So her quick query was, who is Joey? So now I have
Okay,
a
okay.
very big problem ahead of me. So now, please, somebody have a solution for that. Please share the solution, because otherwise, in about a week or so, you may have to make another RIP card for me. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Tiru.
Right, that's it.
Wow, this is when you have a good student in your class, top student, prepare presentation lagi.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Dr.
thank you, Dr.
Dr.
Tiru.
Tiru has storyboard.
Yes, but thank you. I want to just share to everybody that yes, when we do this kind of project, we really encourage creativity from the students. I am so glad to see all your creativity. Yeah. So, but we don't stop there. We must encourage them to say it out, communicate the process, just like some of you did just now. You systematically say, and also you must, when they say it out, actually they are also like what Dr. Tiru shared just now, the circuit, they're actually applying the concepts inside. Okay, so if in their sharing they are not talking about the concepts, then actually we can ask them. So can you tell me how does it work? How actually this one work and so on. Yeah, so we can encourage them during the communication part. I have one more slides to show you. Please just bear with me because okay, just now we have done this. Okay, I have just now we are at still communication part where we actually present our product, share, and how did you do it? What are the steps? And what are the science or math concepts skills involved? If you face any problems and suggestions to improve. So when we ask the students to share, actually we can give them this guideline so they know what to share, what to communicate during the presentation. A lot of our students, yeah, teacher, I don't know how to share. This is my product and it is a light box, that's all. But we want to guide them to share and communicate properly. Okay, so this is something that we can actually bring to our lesson. Okay, this is a algorithm where the students intentionally think of the steps that they have done in their project. Okay, so I want to give you some example. This is just a suggestion of a science lesson plan. So what are the things that we can do to design a lesson plan, project-based lesson plan, which incorporate all this engineering design process, where you actually have this computational thinking skill inside. First of all, we must be familiar with our topics. Not all topics can be done in this way. So you have to be familiar with your science topics, choose the right content and also learning standards, okay, according to your own context in your country, and you design a task. Design a task. Of course, also you have to look at your students. Yeah, design a task that is appropriate to their level. Okay, design a task that actually, if in online class, you have to design some task that is utilizing home material. Okay, for example, okay, I mean, I hope this one is easy for them to find. Okay, for us here, maybe the LED light is a challenge. Okay, then before we actually carry out, I would encourage all teachers, okay, to try out first before we implement. Don't just give the task as it is. For myself, before I give the project for my students, I have tried all of them. Yeah, of course, this is just basic, but I have tried it's possible, then I would encourage creativity. They cannot follow my steps. They cannot follow my product. They have to think of their own ideas, but along that line. Okay, try out first, then start to plan the lesson, then implement, of course, assessment. Okay, assessment depends on your own context. In Malaysia, I think you have this PPD, Pentaksiran Bilik Darjah, where you have actually the assessment, the band 6 one. Okay, you can use that as your assessment. Okay, I will not go into detail. Okay, example of lesson plan. Actually, for here, we're actually using 5E. Okay, I'm using 5E. You can use other models. I'm using 5E because it's very simple. Okay, this is example one of a very short lesson. Okay, short lesson, that means I can finish in one online lesson. Okay, online class or online classroom. Okay, 2 periods or 1 hour. So I start with engage. Okay, recap the previous lesson about simple circuit, present the objective, and then after that, present the task. Then we go to explore, where actually we guide the students. We don't just give the task and, okay, you do it. No, we have to guide the students to define the problem, because we want to guide them in this kind of process. Later on, when they're family, they can do it by themselves. Okay, define the problem. Guide them to decompose the situation. Guide them to generate ideas. Guide them to plan. Guide them to create and improve. We guide them. Don't give them the answer. Don't follow my steps in spoon feeding us. Guide them, okay, in these steps. Then come to explain. It's not our part to explain, but the students to explain, just like we did just now. But when we ask the student to explain, we must give them some guidelines. Just like I give you the guidelines, the steps, the concepts, the skills, the problems, and so on, and suggestion to improve. And lastly, if you have to extend, you can challenge them, okay, of a parallel circuit, for example. Okay, this is an example for if your lesson is a longer lesson. Okay, please give me a minute. Someone is at my door. Just a minute, okay?
Can I come in? Dr. Min?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
yes, Sharfuddin.
Sorry,
Dr.
I'm
Lo,
back. Okay,
okay,
sorry.
give,
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, Sharfuddin, you want to say something?
yeah, I just want to say, I want the participant to look at the chat box. In the chat box, I'll share my link, all the materials that we're going to do on the 1st October. Actually, on the 1st October is a continuation from your lesson plan, Dr. Loh. We're going to do 5Es also, and we're going to do 2 activities, and we're going to share ideas on how to use the computational thinking within our 5Es
Okay.
using those 2 activities. Okay, I just want to remind the participant to look at the chat box right now, and click on the link and try to prepare the simple materials that we're going to use on the 1st October.
Okay.
Hi, Christy. Okay.
Our
Christy and
alumni,
Zaitun is our alumni here.
alumni. Good,
Okay,
good.
thank you for sorry for interrupting. Thank you, Dr. Loh.
It's okay. I have to apologize just now. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm continue with another example of 5E lesson, because a lot of project-based learning we cannot finish in one lesson. Okay. We can break it into 2 parts. Okay. For example, I still start with simple secure. Okay. Present the objective, present the task during engagement, make them excited. Yeah. Then after explore, again we guide them in defining the problem, generating ideas, and plan. Okay. Sometimes this plan, you need a lot of time. They'll have a lot of ideas. Let them discuss in their group. And during explanation time, let the students explain the ideas. Let students present the ideas. Okay, there are some teachers, they will ask the student to give a proposal in the secondary school level. I think primary school level is okay. Just let them explain the ideas, listen to the ideas, okay, and guide them when they share the ideas. Okay, maybe it's You think it's not possible, but don't just shut down the idea. Okay, maybe you can do this. Okay, do you think you can do this? And so on. Guide them and encourage them to sketch their diagram, just like what Dr. Tiru did just now. Okay, take time for them. Take some time to plan well. Okay, yeah. Okay, guide them to just simple drawing. Do simple drawing. Then extension. Challenge them to create at home. Okay, then you can do it at home, or during online lesson they can spend some a few days doing that at home. And then the following lesson, during engagement time, okay, recap what they have done, okay, the previous lesson, then explore. Okay, this explore will be a bit short because we want to concentrate on communication. Okay, because we assume the students already created and test and improve. Maybe we just give some time. Okay, now you test the product here, see whether working or not. If you want to improve, you improve it now. Okay, give some time, maybe 15 minutes to do it. Then concentrate on the explanation part. Okay, let the students present their product and explain it to the class and so on. Okay, according to the guidelines that we gave. Okay, then extension, if you have time, you can challenge them for other simple circuit as well, or other simple circuit or parallel circuit if your syllabus did touch about parallel circuit. But for year 2 Malaysia, I don't think we have until year 4. Year 4, year 5, and you have parallel circuit. Yeah. So along the line, you actually evaluate, assessing, because when you ask the question, how do you do this? How do you do it? You're actually assessing the student. Okay, formative assessment. Okay. So these are 2 examples. Okay, I hope it will help you. And for next lesson, okay, Encik Shafuddin will actually share that, like just like he told you just now, how we can actually use computational thinking in lesson, but not using all 4, because now today I'm sharing a session where actually I include all the 4 computational thinking skills, because this is a project listening. But for Mr. Shafuddin, he will actually show you examples of where we can actually use one of them in each activity in the next session. Yeah. So okay. So I'm so sorry that I take so much of your time. Thank you very much. If you have any question now, we can open for some question and answer. Before we take picture later on, yeah. Later on we will take picture. We will take with our product. Yeah.
That's nice.
Any questions from the participant? You can post in the chat box.
Dr. Lo, my problem is
Oh yeah.
the battery and the mount doesn't work. I saw some of the participants also got problem with
Oh.
the
Okay. For the battery and the light, okay,
how
you
to test it.
to test it, you can see the battery. There's a positive and negative side.
Yes.
For LED, you can see an LED. There's a longer leg and a shorter leg. The longer leg will always attach to the positive. So you want to test whether your battery or your light is working. The longer leg touch the positive side. You just like slide it inside, and you want to see. If it is littered, that means it's working. The battery and the light is working. You just slide it inside like this. Okay, make sure the longer leg touch the positive side. So when you design your circuit, you must make sure the longer leg will always connect to the positive side. This is also a learning for students. They know that when you do the circuit, you must make sure your positive will always connect with the positive and negative and so on. To ensure the electron flow in the one direction.
Thank you, Dr. Lo, so that the children also learn and try.
So if it doesn't work, then troubleshoot. We can guide them. Okay, maybe it's because your positive and negative terminal is wrongly attached. Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah.
Thing that they do in the experiment is a learning process.
Yes. Anything else from the participants?
Dr. Lo, they can use algorithm to solve the issues of how to light up the LED.
Yes. Correct. Yeah,
Some
you
kind of
must.
algorithm. Yeah.
When I design my lesson plan, is also an algorithm, because I need to think what is the first step I must do. Okay, I must look at the topics first. The second step, then I want to design the task related to the topic. It's algorithm. When I do my design my lesson plan, is also an algorithm. Yes, we are actually doing it in our daily life.
I see that many of you is I think presentation slideshow. Actually, we are going to give you all the slideshow, the presentation slideshow to each of you if you attend both sessions. Uh, and also when you have answered the evaluation and the survey question, we will give you we will give you the e-certs and also the presentation slideshow in a form of ebook. Okay, that is our promise to you. But you have to answer the evaluation and the survey question later. All right?
Okay, I hope this session will inspire you. Okay, this is just a step where you can modify, you can actually do it with your own context, select your own lesson plan. You can be creative, just like what you did just now. Yeah, your creativity. Okay. Okay. If before I hand over, okay, can we just take out our product and then we take a picture before
Siapa buat tu?
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Some lights.
Abang.
Okay. Can you on your camera? Even you don't have
Yeah.
the product, it's okay.
Please
Just
on
take
your
a picture
camera.
along with us. It's
Our
okay.
ICT team is going to take our picture. Shines. Please open your camera. Why ada seorang ni terbalik?
Okay. Smile.
Maiza, I think your camera is upside down.
Who's taking the photo?
My leg is rubbing here.
ICT team.
Okay. Oh, Dr. Nelson also got your card.
My
Yes, I
connection
saw
is
your
poor.
Oh, really? See?
Wait, let me pray for you. Yes, Lord, hallelujah. Lord, maraming
already.
Okay.
sa
Okay,
COVID, pero
thank you very
lumabas pa rin ng
much.
bahay ang isang
Okay.
babae sa Laguna.
So I'll pass the time back to Ms. Pavani.
Thank you, Dr. Min, and thank you, Dr. Low. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the session. Okay, stay tuned with us on the 1st of October, same time as well. After the session on the 1st of October by Mr. Sharfuddin. And then you will receive the online link for the evaluation as well as certificate registration later on. So with that, do you have anything else to say, Mr. Sharfuddin?
No, not right now. Maybe I'll follow up with an email to remind you the materials that you have to prepare. Okay.
So those who joined today, we really, really hope to see you on the second session. Okay, don't miss it. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Bye.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Welcome. We hope
Thank
you
you,
enjoyed
everybody.
today's session.
Thank you. Thank you.